There we go. How's that? That better? Sorry about that. That's a facepalm moment if I ever did see one. All right. Anyway, what I was saying is, I just barely got Remix, and I'm so happy because I think that it's gonna make developing software awesome. So I've got an appointment in like 10 minutes, but I just wanted to live stream something really quick as just talk about how awesome Remix is. So this is the docs. Once you buy a license, then you'll get access to docs. And I'm not gonna go with their quick tutorial because I just want to start from scratch. And what I'm gonna try and build is a little miniature blog that supports MDX, and we'll see if I can do that in 10 minutes. So I'm just looking at the config right here, and I noticed that they have this routes config, which means that they can do 100% like defined routes, so you can define your routes however you want. It's really cool. Seems pretty interesting. I'm gonna go with the conventional file system though. We'll see how that goes. We got our loaders directory, which will configure defaults to loaders. So, but we'll configure it loaders. And this is the tricky part. This is why you can't deploy to Netlify right now. Because Netlify serverless functions, they use this thing called zip it and ship it, and so they take your functions and they put it into a single file and then they ship that. But Remix relies on your file structure to map to your routes and stuff for the loaders. So that is not currently supported, but I know that people are working on it. So there's that. Browser build directory defaults to public build. Let's just put that in there. Public build. And here, we need to make these directories. So we've got loaders, and then we've got public build. Oh, actually, we'll just make a public directory. I think this is where Remix will send, should be deployed as static hosting. Yeah, okay. Well, defaults to public build. There we go. Then the public path. So this is the URL prefix of the browser build with the trailing slash. It's the place the browser will use to find assets. So we'll just make, this is called the public path. Public path. Build. Okay, cool. Server build directory defaults to build. This needs to be deployed to your server. All right, cool. So let's do that. Build. Put that right there. And then the default server port, or the dev server port. Sure, I want to configure everything that makes sense to configure, even though these are the defaults, just because I like to be able to see those values, especially when I'm just getting started. When I get used to it, then I don't mind just going with defaults. MDX, all right, sweet. So we've got MDX plugins, Rehype plugins. We'll get to that later. So actually, let's just no, we'll get to that later. Okay, cool. So now we've got our Remix config. Let's make our server entry server app entry server.js. So this is going to run on the server. This is cool. And then we've got entry browser. This is going to run on the browser. So both of these, this is like where you render your React app over here, you render your React app over here, and one runs in the server, the other in the client. And then we've got our routes. And this supports MDX and CJS, my goodness. And cool stuff. Okay. We can look at doing some of that. Actually, let's just do this really quick. Routes index.js. And we'll import star as React from React. I need to start changing my habit here because pretty soon import React from React is not going to work. So we're going to just do that. Okay, so then we're going to make a function called index. And this is going to return hello world and export default index. All right, cool. So we've got a route. We have global for our loaders. So this is to get all of our global data. We'll get that later. We have global CSS. We've got CSS for routes. I can explain those later. Those are cool. And then there's some other conventions. We got 404 and 500. That's an unstable API. So that's fun. Okay, so I think that's all that I'm gonna get into right there. So I just need to know what a couple of things to put into these files here. So we do need to have a server running to get excuse me, to get Remix up and going. And we're using Express, so we're gonna do this. We'll go server.js, stick all this in here. I don't care about Morgan. No, just get rid of that. And yeah, think I've got everything there. Neat. Yeah, we'll deal with some more of this stuff later. So this will get our server going, and then I think that's it. Actually, I think I might be ready to rock and roll. So let's try this. npm run. Shoot, I can't remember if it was start or dev. You never know. Yeah, start. Okay, let's see. So we got nodemon running. We've got some tsconfig thing that's upset about something. I wonder why it tried to read that file. Oh, right. I need my entries to be configured. That's right. Entry server. And they're using TypeScript. I'm just doing regular old JavaScript, so I may need to change a couple things. But let's just grab this. Entry server. This was the server, right? Yeah. We're going to import star as React. There we go. And React DOM server. And we're going to get rid of that. And bum-ba-da-dum. And let's get our browser entry set up here. And let's take a look at the app as well. We got to render some HTML. Except I don't like using capitals in my file names because then Git gets confused when you try to rename them. It's really annoying. Okay, cool. So that's looking good. Yeah, beautiful. And this, that's interesting. Well, we'll just get rid of that for now. Okay, let's try this again. So it still wants to find that tsconfig. I'm guessing that's a little bug. Okay, we've got port 3000. Let's get this opened up. And it's not working right now, so let's find out what's going on with our dev server. Can I read property date of null? All right, that's probably because I don't have global data. So let's get rid of the, actually, you know, no, let's just get rid of this. We'll add that later if we want. And we'll just get rid of this. This is awesome. Okay, there we go. Let's try this again. Nope, still busted. I busted something else. Can I read file of undefined? And this is side of React. Dang it. Probably missing some important files or they're making assumptions on some files that should exist but don't, like the tsconfig thing. So yeah, let's just add a couple files. That looked like it was a CSS thing, so we're going to add a global CSS file right here with, I don't know, body, color, red. Why not? Try that again. Oh my gosh. Did you see that? How I didn't have to restart the server myself? That was awesome. Yeah. Haha. See, it restarted the build, but it didn't restart my server. That's nice. This is good. Okay, we did it. Cannot read property loader file of undefined. Probably because I don't have any loaders. Let's do loaders. Let's find, actually, loader global. And global.js. So this is just like global loader stuff. We don't need that because we're not doing TypeScript here. What the heck? Export default loader. yeah, I'm going to function loader, return date, new date. I care too much about style, clearly. Okay, so then we're going to come over here. We'll bring back that use global styles or whatever, global data. Data is use global data, and then data date to string, or I don't remember what he said, what it was before, but let's just try that and see what breaks. Probably something will break. Date of null. Okay, yeah, well. Here, let's see what we're supposed to do. I'm just confused because this is a TypeScript export thing, and they do weird things with TypeScript. You don't have to do it that way. I don't know why they do it that way. Okay, so I just noticed that people are commenting on YouTube. I normally disable these comments, but I noticed one comment here. It says, seems overhyped so far. I don't know how you could possibly believe that unless you've been playing around with it for a couple of days. Like, it's been out for 30 minutes. There's no way that you can expect that it's actually overhyped or know that it's actually overhyped. I've been playing around with it for a couple of weeks. It is not overhyped. It's a big deal. Okay, so it should return a promise. I guess it should return a promise, but does it have to? Maybe it does. Yeah, that's still not happening. Cannot read date of null. I just need to figure out the proper way to do this. So let's just go find my entry, or no, it's app.js or TSX. I should probably just start with TypeScript, but I don't want to learn all that at the same time. Okay, so we have data date. Yeah, I'm using it right. So I must be misconfiguring something else. Let's find their loader, or here, where's that loader? Export. Oh, right. This module exports. I don't know if this is being built. Maybe it is, maybe it's not, but let's just try. Switching it to just CommonJS. There we go. Bum-ba-da-dum. Sweet. Okay, I've got to go. I have 1 minute till my appointment. This was fun. I'm definitely going to be playing around with this some more. As to the comment somebody just made about this being beginner friendly, I will remind you that this is a developer preview, or a supporter preview. So it is not going to, developer friendliness is something that happens at the end when you're finished making it work. So this is just me playing around with totally beta software. So don't let this be your litmus test or whatever. So anyway, I'll be streaming more later today after I get these appointments out of the way. So anyway, thanks for hanging out. We'll see you all in the future. Bye.